Great. So, once again, we are meeting up. So, in the previous video, I told you when we were discussing SLAUS 402, I told you now we are moving into, in this particular video, we are moving into a very important part, very important area. That is substantive detailed audit procedures, right? Detailed audit testing. Now, in our study, in your audit, auditing process, we have done risk assessment procedures. You remember, right? Risk assessment procedures, inquiry, inspection and observation, and analytical procedures. We did that. Then thereafter, we moved on to the next one. That means test of controls. Inquiry, inspection, observation, reperformance, recalculation, the procedures that are done to evaluate the design and operating effectiveness of internal controls. We did that. Then we moved on to analytical procedures, right? Analytical procedures, we did analytical procedures, right? That means we evaluated ratio analysis. Then we evaluated the trend analysis, comparisons from year to year. We did analytical procedures. So, in your audit process, the last remaining procedure and the most important one, maybe last remaining and the most important one is your substantive detailed audit procedures. Substantive procedures. So, in your notebooks, write down substantive procedures. In your notebook, write there substantive procedures. Right? Write in your notebooks. Substantive procedures. Basically, in auditing, audit procedures are divided into two parts, if you can remember, right? Audit procedures are basically divided into two types of procedures, if you remember. One we call as test of controls. The other one, substantive procedures. Test of controls and substantive procedures. So, two types of audit procedures are there. Now, test of controls, I'm just revising, right? All of a sudden, I will not move into substantive procedures, but we will just basically revise what we have done. Test of controls are the procedures that the auditor performs in order to evaluate what? Evaluate design. Evaluate the design and operating effectiveness. Evaluate design and operating effectiveness of internal controls. Right? For that, test of control procedures are like this. If you can remember, internal controls test කරන audit procedures තමයි test of controls කියන්නේ. So test of controls, internal controls කියන්නේ මොනවද කියලා මතකයි නේ? You remember what are internal controls? That is that spam soap, segregation of duties, physical controls, those are the internal controls. So they will be tested by the auditor. Auditor ටික test කරන්නේ will be tested by the auditor through inquiries, inspection, observation, observation, reperformance, recalculation, And last one, reconciliation. These are the audit procedures that are done as test of controls by the auditor to evaluate the design and operating effectiveness of internal controls. Internal controls will be evaluated by that. Then we moved on to the next part, which is known as substantive procedures. Now with test of controls, auditor is evaluating the internal controls, the design and operating effectiveness of internal controls. Auditor will be evaluating. But in substantive procedures, detailed audit procedures, auditor is evaluating one thing. What is that? Auditor is evaluating something called assertions. Auditor evaluate assertions. I will once again write it. Auditor is evaluating whether assertions are fairly stated. Assertions are fairly stated. Auditor is evaluating whether assertions are fairly stated. So, evaluating that. That's auditor's duty. Right? If you can remember, what are the assertions, people? Assertions, we have, as per SLA US 500 audit evidence, different assertions are there. Assertions for assets, liabilities and equity, there were several assertions. Remember? Existence, rights and obligations. Remember, completeness, valuation. For income statement items like, let's say, income and expenditure, there are some more assertions. Remember them? After 2 months' time, we are meeting and we are discussing. So, income statement items, there are some more assertions. Like what? Cutoff, accuracy, completeness, occurrence, classification. There are some assertions. So, in substantive procedures, auditors are evaluating whether accounts and balances assertions are properly stated. Assertions are here to state whether assertions are fairly stated. So, for that, there are 2 types of audit procedures auditor is doing. What are they? Substantive analytical procedures What is the other one? Test of details of transactions. Test of details of transactions. Auditor is performing substantive analytical procedures. Then the other one, test of details of transactions. So, substantive analytical procedures we discussed, there were few. What are they? Number 1, the basic ratio analysis. Ratio analysis. After ratio analysis, we have discussed comparisons, no? Comparison of the figure with the previous year, with the industry average, budgets, forecast, comparisons. Then, last one, trend analysis. Trend analysis. Auditors are performing those 3 with regard to analytical procedures. Then, test of details of transactions to evaluate assertions. This is done to evaluate assertions. As per SLA US 500, test of details, substantive procedures, we are discussing what? Inquiry, test of detail, inspection, observation, re-performance, reconciliation, recalculation, and confirmations. Management representations are also included there. So, we are discussing today in this particular video this part, test of details of transactions. Test of details of transactions. So, we are discussing test of details, substantive procedures with regard to property, plant and equipments, We are discussing that with regard to inventory, cash, revenue, and receivable, purchase and creditors, equity, etc. So how to audit? What are the audit procedures for property, plant and equipments? What are the audit procedures for inventory? What are the audit procedures to evaluate assertions of cash? Likewise, we will be discussing all heaps of these test of details aligning to these particular financial statement line item. So this is what we're going to do today. Today what we're going to do is, by this video, we will be starting with property, plant and equipments test of details of transaction, substantive procedures. Write this down in your notebook as a starting point. Write it there. Just put that down, write it. Take about another 2-3 minutes and complete. right? So complete if the time is not enough. Right, great, good. Now in the meantime, just to give you few advice, right? Small advices on how to, what do you call, prepare after this, what do you call, lockdown, this particular curfew period, as well as in the business environment, in your study environment, right? How to excel. Now, take this point, people. It's very important. Now, this particular COVID-19, this particular outbreak and all these things, right? Is it controllable for us? It's not controllable, right? Now, this kind of an issue, as everyone tells you, if you have gone through all this media and whatever, it came and it is uncontrollable thing. After World War II, most people say this is the deadliest damaging disaster on the mankind, humans, right? So we are sometimes lucky or sometimes we are unlucky to live in this particular period. Okay, take that point. But what you have to do, even the problems come, right? I want all of you during this particular time and also after this, you all to upskill yourself. Take this particular time off to upskill you. How many of you have read articles, right, on important areas? How many of you have invested this particular time off to improve your language, English, to improve your presentation? How many of you use that particular time? You are still not late, right? Still not delay, still not late. You have some more time. Work on that. English, presentation, upskill yourself. Interview facing skills, take your time, go to a YouTube video, upskill yourself. How many of you all use this particular time to invest in your body, invest in your, let's say, spiritual abilities? How many of you did that? How many of you did a workout at home? Right? Think on that. So this particular time, upskill yourself, because most of you would have, let's say, heard about jobs being lost, salaries being cut down, 30%, 40% salary cut. Yes, it has happened, right? It has happened. That will be impacted by the audit firms as well. Clients will delay their payments of audit fees. Everything will happen. And if you are working in the mercantile sector, your salaries will be scrapped. And sometimes we may lose our jobs as well. Everything will happen, right? But every time when something happens, always take the issue head on. Just don't get afraid of that. Just take the issue head on. How do you do that? Improve yourself, improve your soft skills and necessary skills, and take the issue head on. Prepare yourself for the next interview. Right? Prepare, right? And if you have only one source of income source, try to add one or two more sources of income. As I always tell you, invest in one of your business. Business invest. Now do that. I told you all this time to time. You are not late, right? Still you can do. So upskill yourself, improve your presentation, improve your CV, improve your character, do everything. Character ka develop karaganna, do everything. Then you can meet the challenge head on. Face to face, you can meet the challenge. So keep that in mind. Difficult times, we know all, right? Make a difficult time. We know it's a very difficult time. But difficult times will check your character, will test your character. Tough people will last tough times, right? So be a tough person. Not that particular lethargic, ajibaji, laid back person, but be a tough person. Be a tough person, and if you are tough, then you can achieve this goal, right? Or tough nang, may goal like what achieve karagan pula. May game make a play karagan pula. You can play this particular game, right? Take that mind, take that into mind. So don't get discouraged, right? Discouraged when nepa prashnei, sali prashnei, everything will be there. But that's not common. That's not for you only. That's for common for everything, not only Sri Lanka, but for the entire world at large as well. So take them head on, improve yourself, then definitely you can achieve good results. So keep that in mind, right? That's a small life advice before we are moving on to the substantive procedures. Right, substantive procedures. So what is substantive procedures? Those are the audit procedures in order to evaluate assertions. So we will be starting substantive procedures with substantive procedures for property, plant and equipments. Property, plant and equipments. Substantive procedures for property, plant and equipments. Write in your notebooks. Great. Now if you take property, plant and equipments in your statement of financial position, which you audit, right? What is it property, plant and equipments? What does that means? If it is property, plant and equipments, what is it? What comes to your mind if it is property, plant and equipments? It will be what? Land and buildings. That's the properties, immovable properties. What else? Motor vehicles, furniture and fittings, fixtures, capital work in progress. All these are the property, plant and equipments. So if it is property, plant and equipments, what are the assertions that are related to property, plant and equipments? It's assets, no? If it is assets, property, plant and equipments, let's say PPE, property, plant and equipments, like let's say land and buildings, L&B, what else? Motor vehicles, furniture and fittings, capital WIP. If you have them, those are property, plant and equipments which are assets. What are the assertions that you will be concerned with? What assertions do test karanne? What types of assertions you are concerned with? If it is property, plant and equipments, you will have a positive balance normally. Balance of let's say rupees 50 million. If it's a property, plant and equipment, a positive balance. what will be the assertions that you will be involved? You will be, let's say, familiar with. What types of assertions you will be familiar with? Remember SLA is 500. Assertions will be rights and obligations. Rights and obligation. What else? Existence. What is rights and obligations? Whether that particular property, plant and equipment is owned by the company. Obligation. If it is, let's say, held as a mortgage or under lien for a particular loan or liability. Obligation. Existence. What's that? Whether recorded property, plant and equipments are physically existing. Record කරපුවා ඇත්තටම තියෙනවද physically existing? Existence. Completeness. Completeness. What's completeness? Property, plant and equipments which are recorded in the books are recorded at full value. Full value. Nothing is omitted. If a company has, let's say, about 100 motor vehicles, in that particular motor vehicle balance, all 100 motor vehicles are recorded. Nothing is omitted. That's meant as completeness. If a particular company has several buildings or lands, that particular land and buildings account include all the lands. That's completeness. Then next one, valuation. What is valuation? Whether property, plant and equipments are recorded at the correct particular value. Correct value. So, in this substantive detailed audit procedures, what we want to do as auditors, we want to evaluate whether those assertions fairly stated. Assertions are fairly stated or not. That's what we're going to do. Now, if you can remember, by test of controls, what we have done? We evaluate the design and operating effectiveness of internal controls. But here what we do, we are evaluating whether assertions are fairly stated. That's what we do. So, what I need, right, you all to write this down in your notebook. Write this down in your notebook. Property, plant and equipments, these are the accounts. Maybe a balance of example, rupees 50 million. These assertions, you will be tested whether they are fairly stated or not. So, write this again. Great. Right, so the relevant area is page number 47 and 48 in your tutorial, right? Tutorial, page 47 and 48. 47 and 48, right? Right. Now we will discuss the assertions. Completeness, rights and obligations, valuation, existence, etc. Right? Don't look at the dude, but first few minutes we will discuss that first. Right? We will take assertion by assertion, right? Abhi assertion එක ගානේ අරගෙන බලමු. Once again, SLU is 500. As per SLU is 500, what is meant by an assertion? Assertion එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? What's an assertion? Assertions are the representations made by the management about something, no? Representations made by the management about account balance or a class of transaction. Right. For property, plant and equipments, land and buildings, motor vehicles, or let's say furniture and fittings, fixtures. Assertion completeness. How do you evaluate completeness of property, plant and equipments? So before that, we need to evaluate, we need to understand what is completeness. Completeness එක කියලා කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා අපි දැනගන්න ඕනේ. We need to know what's completeness. What is completeness, people? Completeness means all assets, all items of property, plant and equipments are recorded without omission. Without an omission. ඔක්කොම property, plant and equipment items ටික record කරලා තියෙනවා මග ඇරෙන්නේ නැතුව. Without an omission, all property, plant and equipment items have been recorded in the books. Right? Now what can happen? Now when a company is recording their transactions in the books, sometimes some balances may be omitted. If they have, let's say, 100, 200 motor vehicles, 1 or 2 may be omitted. Purposefully, if it is SLA is 240, it's a fraud. If it is without knowing, it will be an error. So completeness means everything is recorded without an omission. Without omission. So how do you ensure that? What are the substantive procedures? Detailed audit procedures. Substantive procedures කියපු ගමන් අපේ ඔළුව යනවා මෙන්න මේවට. Test of details of transactions. Now these are the assertions. These are the test of details. Maybe short note, right? These are short notes where you will not learn like this in any other place. You can say like that. Just saying, right? Test of details. What are the test of details? Inquiry, inspection, observation, re-performance, reconciliation, recalculation, inquiry, inspection, observation, re-performance, reconciliation, recalculation, confirmation, management written representations. Management written representations. Right. Look at this. How to evaluate completeness? Completeness, once again, I am saying, everything is recorded without anything omitted. කිසි දෙයක්වත් මග ඇරෙන්නේ නැතුව ඔක්කොම රෙකෝඩ් කරලා දිනවා. How to evaluate and what are the test of details to evaluate that? Now, if you can remember, හොඳට මතක තියාගන්න. If you can remember, now when we were discussing test of controls, I gave you a particular pattern. Internal controls will be segregation of duties. Spam soap, right? Segregation of duties තමයි අපේ internal control එක. How did we tested that? We tested that with observation. Our internal control will be approval. How do we tested that? Why? Inspection. Likewise, we developed a pattern. Same thing which we can do for assertions and test of details as well. Completeness. Everything is recorded without omission. How do we evaluate? We evaluate that by something called reconciliation. Reconciliation. How do you do it? Reconciliation. ඔක්කොම රෙකෝඩ් වෙලාද කියලා කොහොමද බලාගන්නේ? With regard to property, plant and equipment items, PPE items, you will be recording them in the ledger book. Property, plant and equipment ඔක්කොම ඔයගොල්ලෝ ledger එකේ record කරනවානේ. Ledger accounts වල දානවා. You will be recording them in the ledger account. And also you will be recording them in another place. What's that? When we were discussing internal controls, you did. We will be recording them in another place in addition to the ledger. We call it fixed assets register. We call it non-current assets register. You record non-current assets in the books, ledger, and you will record them at the non-current assets register as well. So what you can do to ensure that everything is recorded, nothing is omitted, or bank reconciliation wage, you are performing a reconciliation. What you will do, you will obtain a schedule. You will obtain a summary or schedule of all the assets that the company will have. Their, let's say, cost, their depreciation accumulated, and their net book value. You will take that summary and you will reconcile that with the fixed assets register and identify whether there is anything missing. That's the audit procedure to evaluate completeness. Completeness. You get my point? Completeness test karanne hemai. You obtain a summary or schedule of whatever the property, plant and equipments you have by the ledger and cross check that, reconcile that with the fixed asset register and see whether it's okay. Move on to the next one. Rights and obligations. Whether particular property, plant and equipments, whether particular assets, rights means owned by the company. If the company record the asset in the ledger at a particular amount, ledger එකේ කීයකට හරි ලියලා තියෙනවා නම් at a particular amount, those assets should be owned by the company. අනුන්ගේ assets ගෙනල්ලා අපේ books වල ලියා ගන්න බෑනේ. If you record them, it should be owned by the company. That's rights. Rights. Right එක කියන්නේ ඒකනේ නේ. You record them, those are owned by you. Obligation means if you held that as a mortgage to something, you should record that as well. Obligation. If the asset is mortgaged, that should also be recorded. That's that. So how do you evaluate that? Ek karanne kohomada? Rights and obligations and everything you can evaluate by documents. Let's say, if it is land and buildings, how do you evaluate whether that is owned by a company? Land and buildings නම් කොහොමද බලන්නේ ඒක කම්පැනියට අයිතිද කියලා? You will ask the company to provide the title deeds. ඔප්පුව. You will take the title deed and you will inspection, right? You will inspect whether company name is recorded as the owner. Owner විදියට company එකේ නම ලියලා තියෙනවද කියලා බලනවා. You inspect. If it is, let's say, a motor vehicle, how do you evaluate the rights of a motor vehicle? Whether motor vehicles are owned by the company. You will ask the company to provide the vehicle registration books, certificate of registration, CR book and motor vehicle lega. You will obtain that and you will see whether company name is recorded as the owner there. එතන ඕන විදිහට company name එක ලියලා තියෙනවද බලනවා. Inspections and obligations. How do you evaluate whether particular assets, property, plant and equipment is mortgaged to something? You ask the company to provide you with, let's say, lease agreements, auto loan agreements, or loan agreements. And you will obtain those agreements and you will inspect whether company name is recorded. If you are satisfied, you will say, this is fairly stated, assertion is fairly stated. Valuation. What is valuation? Assets, property, plant and equipment items are recorded at the correct value. Hari value ekata record කරලා තියෙනවද? Property, plant and equipments. How does the value of a motor vehicle or value of a land and building is arrived? Motor vehicle hari land and building hari value එක ගන්න කොහොමද? How do you evaluate? How do you obtain that particular value in the books? පොත්වල value එක කොහොමද ගන්නෙ? Value is generated by cost minus depreciation. Value එක එන්නේ cost minus depreciation නේ. එතකොට net book value එක එන්නේ. How do you evaluate whether that particular value is correct? It's a calculation, right? Value එක calculation එක. It is a calculation. How do you evaluate whether calculation is correct? By performing something called recalculation. Auditor himself will perform a calculation of the depreciation, the net book value, the disposal profit. Auditor himself will do it. We call it recalculation or we call it re-performance of calculations. On top of recomputation, on top of, let's say, re-performance of the calculations, auditors can ask an external valuer. Valuer කෙනෙක්ට කියන්න බලන්න නේ, using the work of an expert. Can you remember the standard? Auditor can request a valuer to provide them with a valuation certificate. Who is a valuer? Sorry, he's an expert. Who is an expert? Expert is an individual or organization that has expert knowledge other than accounting and auditing. Remember, all these are linking now, right? මේ ඔක්කොම dots ටික දැන් යාවෙනවා. So you can evaluate valuation by evaluating the cost less depreciation and net book value and doing a recomputation of the values. Or else what you can do? Call for a valuation certificate, and when you are calling for valuation certificate, that particular Sri Lanka auditing standard using the work of an expert should be followed. Need to evaluate his competency, his experience, the source data he has used, the assumptions he has used. You have to check them. The මතකයි නේ ටික. Existence. What is existence? Property, plant and equipment items, PPE. Property, plant and equipment items. If it is recorded on the books, පොත්වල ලියනවා නම්, if they are recorded on the books, they should be physically existing. If they are recorded on the books, they should be physically existing. පොත්වල ලියලා තියෙනවා නම් ඒවා physically තියෙන්න ඕන. They should be there in the books. And also they should be what? Physically existing. Let's say motor vehicles කියලා ලියලා තියෙනවා. It is recorded as motor vehicles. What should be there? When you go to that particular place, that particular motor vehicle should be there for you to observe, there for you to inspect. So how do you evaluate existence of property, plant and equipment? Whether they are physically there. What are audit procedures? Test of details. Inspection. Physically inspect using what? Fixed assets register. Take the fixed asset register, go to that particular place and put a tick whether it is there. Inspection and observation. Completeness by a reconciliation of the schedule and the fixed asset register. Rights and obligations by inspection of that particular documents, land registry, title deeds, land registry extracts or vehicle CR books. Valuation, reperform the valuation or valuation, obtain a valuation certificate. Existence by doing an inspection. These two, write down in your notebooks. May the notebook ke liya gan. Then thereafter we will move on to the tutorial and we will read then. Great. So now we will move on to page number 48 in your tutorial. Page number 48 in the tutorial, right? Go to page 48 of tutorial number 6. Page 48 of tutorial number 6. So whatever there is in pages 47 and first half of 48, read at home, right? Those are related to internal controls. The stuff starts from page 48 in the middle. 48 මැදින් තමයි වැඩේ පටන් ගන්නේ, right? Things start from page number 48 from the middle. Read. Audit procedures for tangible non-current assets. Procedures for tangible non-current assets. So within brackets, we will say what are those tangible non-current assets. Within brackets right there. Land and buildings. Land and buildings. Land and buildings. Comma, motor vehicles. Motor vehicles. Comma, land and buildings, motor vehicles. Furniture and fittings. Furniture and fittings. Furniture and fittings. Comma, capital work in progress, etc. We will learn how to audit capital work in progress as well, right? Capital work in progress, etc. Capital work in progress, etc. Capital WIP, work in progress, etc. Full stop. Guys, give me a moment, right? 1 minute. So go to page number 48 in the middle. Audit procedures for tangible non-current assets. So audit procedures for tangible non-current assets. Number one, put number one there for completeness. How to evaluate completeness. So in the place of completeness කියලා තියෙන තැන, in that place, right there, within brackets, write down to ensure all items of property, plant and equipments all items of property, plant and equipments, to ensure all items of property, plant and equipments are recorded in the books, are recorded in the books are recorded in the books without an omission. Without an omission. Are recorded in the books without an omission. Without an omission. That's completeness, right? All items are recorded in the books without an omission. Completeness. Right. So how do you do it? What is the audit procedure? Reconciliation, right? එතනම පොඩියට ලියාගන්න, in that place write in small letters reconciliation. Then easily you can remember, right? Reconciliation. Reconciliation. So how do you audit that? කොහොමද ඒක audit කරන්නේ? How do you audit it? How do you audit that? Obtain or prepare a summary of tangible non-current assets showing. You prepare a summary of the book, right? Summary of the ledger. Obtain and prepare a summary of tangible non-current assets showing how gross book value, accumulated depreciation and net book value, and highlight, reconcile that with the opening position. So closing balance, reconcile that with the opening balance, right? Then you will identify things, the additions or disposals which you have missed. Then you can identify the additions or disposals which have been missed. Reconcile. Compare means reconcile non-current assets in the general ledger with the non-current assets register. Highlight, very important. Compare the non-current assets in the general ledger with the non-current assets register and obtain explanations for the differences. For the differences, obtain explanations. If there is any omission, if there is something double counted, identify and explain the differences. So within brackets, write there. Within brackets in that place, write down. Right there. Reconciliation between non-current assets register, reconciliation between non-current assets register and the relevant ledger account. Relevant ledger account. So read now. Next one. For a sample of assets which physically exist, agree that they have been recorded in the non-current assets register. Sample of assets which are there physically, where you can see them, touch them, tangible. See whether they have been recorded in the non-current assets register. If a non-current asset register is not kept, if the company doesn't have a non-current asset register, obtain a schedule showing the original cost and present depreciated value of major non-current assets. Reconcile the schedule of non-current assets with the general ledger. So, reconciliation. Great. So, below that, page number 48, below that particular table, below it, write down the most common audit procedure used by the auditors. Most common audit procedure used by the auditors. Most common audit procedure used by the auditors. To test completeness. To test completeness. Test completeness. Is a reconciliation between. Is a reconciliation between. Reconciliation between the non-current assets register, between the non-current assets register and the relevant non-current assets ledger account, and the relevant non-current assets ledger account. Right. Go to next page. Next page. Page number 49. Existence. Existence. So once again, people, what is existence? Existence kila kiyane mokadda? Existence means if a particular non-current assets, property, plant and equipment is recorded in the books, it should be physically existing. Recorded nang eka physically tiyenna ona. Existence means that where you go there and you can see and you can touch. Existence. So how do you do that? Take the non-current assets register and go to the particular locations and physically inspect whether they are there. Physically observe whether they are there. See whether they can be used. See whether they are not damaged or whatever. Physically is there. Check that. So existence, under that write down existence ke tana pallahen liyanna. Below that. Below that place, write down the recorded non-current assets. The recorded non-current assets. The recorded non-current assets in the ledger account. In the ledger account. The recorded non-current assets in the ledger account, as well as ledger account, as well as in the non-current assets register. In the non-current assets register, are physically existing. Physically existing in usable good condition. In usable good condition. In usable good condition. Usable good condition. So go to page number 49. Existence. Read. Confirm, first audit procedure, confirm that the company highlight physically inspect all items in the non-current assets register each year. Go and check, inquire, right? Ask from company's management, hey, do you inspect your fixed assets, non-current assets every year as per the fixed asset register? Inquire from them. Within brackets right there, inquire. Inquire. Inquire kala balan. Inquire. Inquire. Next one. Inspect. Inspect assets concentrating on high valued items and additions in the year. Confirm that items inspected, highlight. Inspect them, see whether they are existing, are in use, are in good condition, and have correct serial numbers. Highlight that, very important. Check for the serial numbers as well. Serial numbers. So what are the serial numbers which you have to inspect? Fixed wire register එක අරගෙන තැනට ගිහිල්ලා ඉවල serial numbers check කරන්න. Take the fixed wire register, go to that particular place and check for the serial numbers. What are the serial numbers you have to look for? If it is land and buildings, what is the serial number? Land and building එකට නම් serial number එක මොකද්ද? What is the serial number? The plan number, right there. For land and buildings, එතනින්ම ලියන්න, right? In that place. For land and buildings, comma, plan reference number. Plan reference number. Land and buildings, plan reference number. Comma, for motor vehicles, what are the serial numbers for motor vehicles? Engine number and the chassis number. Motor vehicles, engine number and the chassis number. For motor vehicles, engine number and the chassis number. For machinery, comma, machine serial numbers. For machinery, machine serial numbers. Etc. Right? Over the බලන්න ඕන. Next one. Review records of income yielding assets. Reconcile opening and closing vehicle by numbers as well as amounts. Right? Check for numbers as well as amounts. Look at this. Completeness you have tested by reconciliation. Existence, how do you test? Existence will be tested by physical inspection and maybe by inquiry whether they have done it. So what's the audit procedure? Inspection. So right there, by the side, right, left hand side එක පැත්තෙන් ලියන්න. By left hand side, to test existence, audit procedure is inspections physically. Inspections physically. Right. Great. People take 2 minutes and read that. Read that once again. Great. Now go to valuation, right? Valuation assertion. So what is meant by valuation assertion? That means assets, property, plant and equipments are recorded at the correct value. How does the value is arrived? Costless accumulated depreciation, that's the net book value. So how do you test that? That will be tested by reperformance of the calculations once again, or obtaining of a valuation certificate from a professional valuer. So right there, valuation කියන දන එතනින් ලියා ගන්න පල්ලෙහා. Below that, write down in order to evaluate whether items of property, plant and equipments, are recorded in correct values. Recorded in correct values. Audit procedures are, continue. Audit procedures are recalculation of the values, and obtaining of a valuation report, from a professional valuer. Obtaining of valuation report from a professional valuer. Read. How do you evaluate valuation? Audit procedures to tangible non-current assets. Valuation. Verify valuation to valuation certificate. So obtain a valuation certificate. Verify valuation to valuation certificate. Continue. Valuation certificate from a professional valuer. Valuation certificate from a professional valuer. Right. Consider reasonableness of the valuation, reviewing experience of the valuer. See whether valuer is experienced and his scope of work, his assumptions used and the valuation base. Next one, reperform calculation of revaluation surplus. Highlight. If the property, plant and equipment is revalued, calculate the revaluation surplus once again by the auditor himself. Confirm whether valuation of all assets that have been revalued have been updated regularly. Valuations properly updated. Next one, inspect draft accounts to check the client has recognized in the statement of profit or loss revaluation losses. Last one, review insurance policies in force for all categories of tangible non-current assets. So how do you evaluate valuation? Reperform a calculation or obtain a valuation certificate from a professional valuer. Go to next. Page number 50. Next page. Depreciation. How do you evaluate depreciation? What are the test of details for depreciation? Depreciation is a calculation, no? It involves cost less scrap value, less divided by what? Number of useful years. So you will get the depreciation. It's a calculation. If a calculation is involved, somewhere, what is the audit procedure that is there? Reperform or recalculation. Reperform or recalculation. And also people, that's one. Audit procedure thamai reperform the depreciation, reperform the depreciation calculation done by the management. That's one. And in that depreciation, you will see what? You will see some estimates. Auditing of accounting estimates. It's a standard, right? Estimates are there, depreciation. What are those? There is something called scrap value. Scrap value is the future disposable value. It is estimate. If it is there, you need to evaluate the reasonableness of that particular assumption. Take a reasonableness එක බලන්න. See whether scrap value is realizable. See whether the company is using the proper useful life, and see whether the particular asset can be used for that amount of years. Check them. Check them. Evaluate all those assumptions and inspect whether it is reasonable or not. And recalculate the depreciation calculation. See whether scrap value, then the number of useful life, everything is reasonable, assumptions are reasonable or not. Go to page number 50, depreciation. So below depreciation, a depreciation කියලා තියෙන තැන පල්ලෙහෙන් ලියා ගන්න. Below that, write down, right there. Depreciation can be evaluated by recalculation and reperforming the depreciation calculations. Reperforming the depreciation calculations. Reperforming the depreciation calculation. Right. Further, the assumptions used. Further, the assumptions used such as the scrap value, comma, useful life, should also be evaluated. Right. Go to page number 50 now. How to evaluate depreciation. Review depreciation rates applied relation to asset life, residual value, replacement policy, past experience. So in that place, write down, in that place, auditing of accounting estimates. Auditing of accounting estimates. An auditor should evaluate the reasonableness of the assumptions used. The reasonableness reasonableness of the assumptions used. Should evaluate the reasonableness of the assumptions used by the management. By the management. Right. Go to next one. Second audit procedure. Review non-current assets register to ensure that depreciation has been charged on all assets with a limited useful life. Obtain the fixed asset register and evaluate whether depreciation has been charged for all assets with a limited life. For revalued assets, ensure that the charge for depreciation is based on revalued amounts. If the asset is revalued, see whether the depreciation is calculated on the revalued amounts. Reperform the calculation, highlight, do a recalculation, depreciation rates to ensure it is correct or not. Likewise, you have. Go to page number 51, next page. Rights and obligations. Page number 51, rights and obligations. So what's rights and obligations? Whether assets are being owned or held for mortgage for somewhere. So how do you evaluate that? Through a inspection of the documents, right? Rights and obligations. In that, auditor will evaluate Auditor will evaluate whether the assets are owned by the client, and if they are held as mortgage, whether proper documentary evidence is available. Whether proper documentary evidence is available. Whether proper documentary evidence is available. Right. Go to rights and obligations. So how do we evaluate rights and obligations? By inspection. No? Inspection. Sorry. Write down that as well. Inspection katawal liyan. Rights and obligations will be tested by Rights and obligations will be tested by the auditors through inspection of documents. Through inspection of documents, such as vehicle registration books, title deeds of immovable properties, Title deeds of immovable properties. Etc. Great. Right, read. Verify, what the auditors have to do, verify title to land and buildings by inspection of title deeds, land registry certificates and leases. Right there, in that place, write down. And inspect whether the name of the client inspect whether the name of the client is recorded as the owner. Name of the client is recorded as the owner. In the relevant documentation. Right, great. Obtain certificates. Next one. Obtain a certificate from solicitors and bankers stating the purpose for which the deeds are being held. Obtain a certificate from solicitors and bankers. If it is, let's say, mortgage obligated, right? Obtain certificate from bankers and solicitors. Stating deeds are free from mortgage or lien if it is not mortgaged. Within brackets, write there. In that place, within brackets, write down obligation. Next one, confirm all vehicles are used for client's business. Examine documents of titles for other assets including purchase invoices, architect certificates, things like that. Review evidence of charges, blah, blah, blah. Review leases of leasehold properties and things like that. So, rights and obligations, how do you evaluate? By inspection of the documents. Read rights and obligations once again. Rights and obligations, ekaparak kiyawan. Great. Now we will move on to the next assertion, additions of property, plant and equipments, right? How do you evaluate additions? What are additions? Additions means either the company would have purchased a motor vehicle, check for the relevant invoices, vouchers, things like that, payment vouchers, and whether it has been approved or not. Addition. Or maybe sometimes self-constructed assets may be there. Maybe land building will be constructed. Addition. See whether those architect certificates, engineer certificate, whether the progress payments have been properly done. Architect certificate or maybe engineer certificate, whether the land and building is properly constructed. Right? Likewise, audit procedures are there. Just read additions. So, page number 51, below additions. Additions below that. Additions below that. During the year, under consideration, the company may have constructed buildings, purchased motor vehicles, etc. Right, great. So read that. Additions. These tests are to confirm rights and obligation, valuation and completeness. Verify additions by inspection to highlight. Verify additions by inspection of highlight, architect certificate, lawyers solicitors completion statements, supply invoices likewise. Inspect architect, supply invoices, etc. Review capitalization of the expenditure by examining non-current assets additions. Check whether capitalization properly done. Capital revenue distinction is correctly drawn. Capitalization is in line with consistently applied company policy. Inspect non-current assets accounts for a sample of purchases to ensure highlight they have been properly allocated to the accounts. Likewise, you have. Go to next page. For self-constructed assets, within brackets right there, self-constructed assets within brackets. Buildings constructed during the year. Buildings constructed during the year. Buildings constructed during the year. Comma. Plants or machinery. Constructed by the company. During the year. Plant or machinery constructed by the company during the year. Right, done. So read that, self-constructed assets. These tests are to confirm valuation and completeness. Verify whether material and labor cost and overheads to invoices. Do some vouching for material and labor cost. Ensure expenditure has been analyzed correctly and properly charged to capital. Expenditure should be capitalized only if. How do you capitalize expenditure? If it enhances the future economic benefits. So, enhances the economic benefits, replaces or restores a component or major inspection likewise. So, audit procedures for disposals are also there. Disposal. Verify disposal by disposal calculation, recalculate the profit of disposal. Consider whether disposal proceeds are reasonable. Likewise, you have audit procedures. Go to next page, page number 53. There's an exercise which we're going to do. Right, so that is substantive procedures for what? For property, plant and equipments. So in the next video, we will be discussing impairment of non-current assets. Now, non-current assets will be impaired, no? Where the recoverable amount will be lesser than the carrying amount. We will be discussing how to audit impairment, and we will be discussing how to audit intangible assets in the next video. So in this video, what we have done? May video ke monada pikare. Just to recap, right? Recap what we have done. We have identified what are substantive procedures. Substantive procedures are detailed audit procedures in order to evaluate what? Assertions. Assertions evaluate karna. Detailed audit procedures thamai substantive procedures kyanne. Those are two types: substantive analytical procedures and test of details of transactions. Now here we are doing test of details of transactions. So for property, plant and equipments, there are test assertions you want to test. What are those? Rights and obligations, valuation, existence, completeness, depreciation, self-constructed assets, disposals. Likewise, for different items, whether the assertions are fairly stated, we have discussed. So people go through these audit procedures. Okay, I told you, for let's say in order to evaluate ownership, rights and obligations, you want to do a inspection. Completeness, reconciliation. Well, then existence, physical inspection or observation. Likewise, we will develop a pattern, right? Abhi hum pattern ekak hadagamu mind map ekaka. Develop a pattern in the mind map. So what we will do, we will wind up this particular video from here. In the next video, we will be discussing impairment of non-current assets as well as auditing of intangible assets, right? So go through these once again, and if you have any issue, please WhatsApp me. Any problem, we will be there to discuss, right? So thank you very much, people. We'll meet up in the next video.